good morning. It's May 1st, 2023. We had an inch and a half of rain yesterday, in the last 24 hours anyways. Water levels come back up. It's at 11.11. So it's about that much going over the top of the spillway or top of the flashboards at the current time. It's supposed to rain all day today, so we're going to continue to see high water, which is typical for this time of year. It is. As I was saying last month, it was April, but it's May, and in May up here we can see snow or rain or whatever. Temperatures will start to come up a little bit, but for the most part, they stay cool on the cool side. Daily highs might get up, into the 60s. Night lows, will be in the upper 40s. So it's pretty typical. Our temperature right now is 42 or 43 degrees. Not terrible. It was raining like cats and dogs out there, but it's starting to let up a little bit. If you swing it around here, let's see the chicks, because they graduated. They are now out of the tote and into a little pen caged area. They seem to like it a whole lot better. They got more room to move around. So a couple more weeks and we'll be able to put them outside. We don't, they still need to be roughly, 6 weeks old, have feathers on them. They will be here shortly a month old. It'll be 4 weeks. So they got a couple more weeks inside, and then we'll see. We'll see where the temperatures are at. Once they get fully feathered, it's pretty okay to put them outside, put them in the coop. They will just roam around in the coop for a while. Once the temperatures start to get near, the mid-60s during the day, we'll build them a small run outside. Start to get them accustomed to going in and out of their coop, and predator safe basically. And we'll just keep an eye on them. Over the weekend, I know I didn't post any videos over the weekend, but I was kind of a busy day. I contacted the doctor's office on Friday to check up on the CT scan that they want me to hurry up and get, and they're battling with the insurance company trying to get approval for that. So it's typical. It really is typical. I'm not even going to get excited about it anymore because it's just what happens. This universal health care is a good and a bad thing. So we'll just leave it at that. There's too much. Insurance companies have too much power and too much say in your health care, which is wrong. They are an insurance company. They are not doctors who can make decisions. But that being said, we're moving on. Over the weekend, I did an opening on, somebody called me on Friday late, wanted their camp opened up, and I said, well, I can do it tomorrow morning. And so I did that one, got that done, then it was done by noon Saturday. Yesterday, I got a call from somebody that they closed their own camp down. I usually have done it in the past, but they said they could do it last year. They knew how to do it. Wouldn't be an issue. And of course, they called me and said, we've got a leak under the camp. They did. They had several leaks under the camp. We were under there for. I was under there. The crawl space under there is almost 20 inches. I said almost 20 inches. There was 2 inches of water laying on top of the concrete. So I didn't have much room to work, but I did. I did 4 repairs there. At that time, there was one section that was running off to a master bathroom. In the master bathroom, those pipes have several leaks, but it's in a spot where it is mud. And I wasn't crawling in there, so I isolated that. There were valves I could shut it off. So I isolated that and, turned everything outside. So they had a bathroom. There's a bathroom. There's the laundry's going. The kitchen's going. They got dishwasher's going. The clothes washer's going. So they got water. They got water in the heater. They got hot water. Everything there works. I crawled out of there and I said, I'm just going to have to wait till it dries up a little bit before I get back in there to do it. I'm not going to lay in the mud to do repairs. So, I charge $110 to close up a Camplex Materials. And usually that's a couple gallons of antifreeze, on top of that. So you might end up with a bill at that time. You might quite possibly end up with a $150 bill. The bill yesterday was $302 because he was going to save $110. So that's kind of crazy, but whatever. And I'll have at least another $130, $140 for repairs on the other. At least probably at least $150. So craziness. I don't understand people that, I understand they're trying to save money, but if you're not sure what you're doing, ask. Because I'll tell you exactly what I do. And if you want to do it, you go right ahead. But I also tell you that I don't guarantee you what I do. I can't guarantee what you do. You can spend all that time and money doing it yourself, and it's going to take you time. And you can try and still end up spending $300-400 come spring when you have breaks. This one came from the hot water side, so what he did was he drained the water heater, got everything out of that, closed off the drain valve, but then he blew out the lines. But he also shut off the line going into the hot water side, so he couldn't blow those lines out. So the water laid in the lines, and they froze and broke. And so what I do is I blow everything out. It all gets blown out. It takes a little bit longer when you're blowing out the water out of the water heater, but once you got the water heater drained, or pretty much drained, the air is just going to keep going by, and it's going to blow out the lights. And that's really what you've got to do. But it happens, and people do it all the time. If you own a camp and you're going to winterize your camp and you're going to leave your heat off, whatever you do not buy a front load washing machine because they are almost impossible to winterize. You run a risk. We try to blow it out the best we can. The other one, we run into it every once in a while, where we try to blow it out the best we can, but the valve will sit in at an angle in there. The water's going to lay on the side, and the air's going to go by it. And that's really why we say we don't guarantee we can get all the water out, and we can't guarantee that it's not going to freeze. We just can't do it. We can't take the liability of it. And the only way we do it is we pumped everything full of antifreeze. And then, then we knew it's not going to freeze, but we can't run those risks. Or if we put the plumbing in, and I know that, okay, I've got a low point here, I can drain here, I can drain here, that's different. But most of the time you don't have that. Anyways, so today we're going to go back to one that on Friday we did this close up. We started the close up, and there we do an open up, spring opening. There we found we had one drain. Actually, the old white metal drain traps themselves. After a while, you can put your finger through them. This one over the winter, it developed a crack, and so we've got to go back today to do that. Also, when I was there, they had a boiler, and I used to usually shut the water off to the boiler. I do restart it in the spring. When I turn the water on, got the pressure build up, and I make sure that it's full. One of the check valves has a leak on the top, so I'm not sure exactly what happens there. It's supposed to have antifreeze in it. I don't antifreeze it. They have their fuel supplier that does that. I bet you it's been more than 5 years since it's been done. If you have antifreeze in your boiler system, it needs to be changed every 5 years, or it's no good. It just dilutes itself, and it just breaks down. It's not like it's going to last forever. So I assume that that's what happened. I don't know. I mean, it could be just a bad, a bad part, rusted out, whatever. I don't know. So we're going to go back today. We're going to fix the boiler. We're going to put the trap on, and I'm going to put a fill valve. Sometimes when those little cheap plastic fill valves that are in your toilets, they will crack. Regardless of what you do, you can blow it out, but a little bit of moisture in there just usually pops them. They're thin plastic, so and they're inexpensive, so you throw it. Generally, I have one in the car all the time. I didn't, so we got to replace that. I had all the parts, so it's not a major. So we're going to do that today. We might go look at the camper. Maybe not. Probably not, because of the water. We need to get underneath it and put the pipes together. It's not a long process, an hour and a half maybe, but really I want it to be dry when I do that. So the campground's not open yet. It won't open. I think they usually get the water on Mother's Day weekend. So we've got a week or so before we have to really push that. I've got to get him a toilet yet, which I set it up for a 10-inch rough end. I was going to get try to get a Comfort Height toilet. I can't, not for every Comfort Height wants to be elongated because it's ADA compliant. I don't have room in a 4-foot bathroom. The vanity's right in front of the toilet, and then you've got the bathtub's right next to you. I don't have enough room for to put an elongated bowl in, so I have to go with 10-inch round rough end. Yes, they do make a 10-inch round Comfort Height toilet, but they start at like $350. So this is a camper. we'll get a regular standard height toilet. We'll put a new one in it just so that they have it. And even if I can't, then I can put the old one back in, but I don't want to. I put a new one in it. But we're pretty much going underneath to finish this project, and then we'll turn the water on ASAP and double check everything, make sure we don't have any leaks anywhere, and move on. Probably just air pressure test it as soon as we can. We have I got contacted by the guy with we're doing the whole house heating system. He's got the check in the mail. And I said, well, I won't do anything until I get the check. So once I get the check, I can start. But at this point, I've got another one that's coming up. They've got this is one where the flooding was. The insurance adjuster wants to double check everything. Crazy, but that's what he wants to do. And you can look at it and go, yep, it was underwater. Safety code says no. So if it's underwater, it got into the wiring insulation. Nope, it's not going to happen. That safety first. It's going to mold. It's going to mildew. First molding, and then we blow it through the house. That's just not a great idea. While the wiring harness was so wet that I'm not messing with it, I had to change every wire in the thing, so which would take hours. But hey, because every component on it really legally should be changed. It was wet. Anyways, so then they had a water heater. The insulation of the water heater was soaked. The electrical controls were underwater for the lower elements, so therefore that's bad too. Anyways, so those people already wrote the check. It's supposed to be here in the next day or two. So once we get those, it'll be onto that. Get in and get those. The priority is going to be the repair job first, then to the remodel job. Put the other one in. In the meantime, we've got our openings coming up. We need to have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. It's a quick, easy one. At some point, I'm going to have to go down to get a CT scan. I'm not feeling terrible. I still have the pain in the kidney and blah, 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 but I'm not feeling bad. I'm not, I get this, I feel normal. As normal as I do. But as far as that goes, that's where we're at. The things we wanted to get done this weekend, we just didn't get to. We wanted to work on the tractor, but it was going to rain on Saturday, so that kind of halted that plan. We just need a good day, sunshine. Pull the tires. Bill said he's got a impact to pull the tires off and break them down right here. We put the new valve stems in, and put it back on and blow them up, and we're done. That's really where we're at. So on and so forth, whatever. Not a whole lot to talk about. It's the same old. So anyways, you guys have a great day. I take you outside and show you, but it kind of is raining, so you'll be wet. But we'll get some pictures tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some pictures later today. we'll see. All right, you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves and those around you, because that's all we got. Talk to you later.